it's a grumpy when he walks. Or it's a grumpy when he talks. Ain't got trouble on him. Ain't got no trouble on me. I ain't got no trouble on him. Yeah, most definitely. Oh, positively. Absolutely. Okay. Shoot. Page. Go to page. No page indicator. Go to page. No, so then. Wait. So back.
Alright.
Profile.
You said you had something to actually talk about, or just because I know you said you didn't want anything to add to the deck script, but
I would. I unfortunately don't have anything to add for tonight.
Wow, we might have actually gone through this pretty quickly today.
Really?
Oh yeah, like the sound check was good, so the sound was coming in at least through where the music wasn't like blaring, so, and we should still be kind of, like, the whole point of the music thing is to, like, if we're loud enough so people can hear the conversation, but also so, like, not every, like, small, annoying, like, whispered tone is heard too, so, like, a little of the behind the scenes. This is also a good way for us to not have to worry about, you know, like, this is probably the only part where I'd say don't curse, because it probably covers the whole, like, whatever for YouTube.
Yeah.
That way we can pretty much not have to be, like, super normal on these things.
Yeah. Oh, let me swear. I'm not copying your face. Oh yeah, not sure we've seen this on Twitter.
Oh, this is also where we should probably post stuff.
Yeah. I'm still updating the stream deck.
No worries.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I saw those things on Twitter, but that's pretty much like what YouTube's updating with terms of like their policy song.
Okay. So if we did want to do, like, for real, we probably still might want to consider, like, the whole fake virtual scenario that pops. That's something to do.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Alright. Interesting, though. I'm glad they updated it. These seem a bit more reasonable, make sense for, like, honestly, who would watch a TV show if, like, a dude was, like, cursing or whatever, like, the first few minutes of it? Like, there's only a certain audience for that, and they already watch Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy's not even that good.
Oh God, Bard dropping the hot takes tonight.
I'm gonna be for real. Like the latest episode of Family Guy, I just couldn't. I just dipped out after 5 seconds.
Man, the fact you're still watching, like, I dipped out way sooner than that. Haven't looked back, really.
No, I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
And the fact that you even considered, though, like, it should always feel like, I considered it today. It's wrong. It's like going out to eat McDonald's. Like, there's times you crave it, but immediately afterwards you're like, how did I do this to myself? This is my body.
Huh?
Not a temple. That's the whole temple. It has been both thoroughly Indiana Jones and Laura Croft.
Word extreme death, please. Hold on. Wait.
I like how people can inadvertently just see your technical problems in in my stream tonight. Like all of our people are like, man, he makes this look easy on his streams.
Okay, so then. Oh, I know. Oh, snap. I almost hit the beast going to CC buttons. Okay.
Voice calls and then
What if I okay, I'm gonna see what happens I reset Discord.
take your time. Like I said, that's the whole point of the starting soon part of this. And we can still say some technical difficulties.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, that did it.
Awesome. What did it do?
Okay, yeah, it's basically. No. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I guess I see the green thing around my icon you do on Discord. Well, it's fine.
Okay, I can at least see it on mine, so at least you're here.
Yeah. All I worry about is if you can be able to hear me.
Gotcha. Alright, I already sent out notices on my friend's server, the tavern. Is the Steam Deck still giving you problems?
No. I'm just pretty much just updating still promo chats on there.
I got you. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, no, this is the wrong. No, this is the wrong server. I'm going to the thing. Where is it?
Do you want me to do the demo too, or I don't know if the probably updates and stuff, but I think it's still the same thing.
Yeah. Should be still the same thing.
Alright, then I'll just put it in the random shiz.
Alright.
Personal accomplishments.
Put this on Twitter. Oh yeah, I forgot about daylight savings. Yeah, because like
people are like totally expecting this, like, oh, this is way earlier than I was expecting.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, okay, so I put this at 12 a.m. and say, cool, we can do stuff at 12 a.m. But then I thought, wait, then I'm just thinking right now, oh, it's probably like 1 hour later, your time, because then between like between like 12, no, I think usually we do it at 1 a.m. My time.
I'm guessing I try to do it as soon as like 10 or 10:30 as possible. Just really depends on the late. Or I guess to be fair.
Let me check this shit.
I haven't seen if anyone's joined yet. Still, actually, this one I was following you on here.
Oh yeah, not okay. Not, oh, actually, before Animal Crossing, there was a second thing I wanted to do.
What was that?
Like how on streams you have like, oh, here's a bar that pretty much tells you what's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to add onto there. I think I had something for Spotify because you usually use Spotify, but unfortunately, I can't find the plugin.
Like, not even a link or anything?
That's the thing. I just don't know where it is.
Ah, damn it. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, remind me for next time.
Yeah, because it would. Well, actually, wait a minute. I think Zen is still up.
Hell, whoever wants to join, do, why not? I'm just gonna wonder, did you ever post this on your Discord too? Or is your Twitter a better place for it?
Twitter is a better place because like by the time I usually post on the Discord, like when people are usually like either doing something else or like going to sleep or already asleep.
Okay, I got you. Alright.
Yeah, I don't have them night owls.
Yeah, we'll get to them eventually. Oh. Friend of mine, I don't give too much details on it, but an old friend of mine has messaged me recently. I want to mention that too.
Neat.
Won't make a big fuss, but just so they know. That's enough crap and making sure YouTube doesn't throw a hissy fit at us.
Alright.
Alright. Where was I? So, conditioning. And that leads us to our introductions. This is HighCast, if you haven't already figured that out from like the 15 to 13 minutes of us wasting time talking about what we're doing tonight. Or if you're watching this on PyZone.
Yeah.
Or YouTube, I mean. I'm your Wandering Fox, your host, and as probably our regular guest star, Bard, is here tonight to enjoy our soft entertainment.
Aha, the HighCast TriCast. Wait, is this episode 3 or 4?
We're counting it as 4. We're just going to say the first episode was a lost episode, just to get that whole, like, do they have a lost episode, blah, 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 out of the way.
And you'll never know what happened in that undocumented episode.
Well, the 5 people who probably didn't record it do know. And it was just...
they'll never know.
Yeah, like, no one else will never know. It will always be like the group secret for some reason.
There was so many leaves, so many carts.
So ridiculous. We actually also like, have you seen the first one on YouTube? Dude, we lost like all the audio during the games, or at least for me, my audio was gone.
Oh.
And we barely saved the review. It's actually why the Decker is a thing.
Oh man.
Screen. But yeah, those are our introductions. So today's warm up. Since we are kind of flying through these pretty fast today. So, God.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, hold on. There we go. God. My fucking week was something. Just something else this week. God,
you wanna talk about it?
Mostly it just boils down to, I don't know why people act so stupid, or why there seems to be subsets of the human population that even when they get exactly what they want, like every single thing they want, they still feel the need to be upset, or more specifically, crying little babies about it. And I just honestly don't know why. Like, I honestly don't know why. Outside of that,
Yeah,
everything else has been fine, to be honest.
yeah.
Like, I was kind of pissed off, but my whole thing is, like, I rant about it, like, then and there, and I always tell people that ranting's good, gets it out of the way, and then I just move on. And if it doesn't, like, that's why this warm up conversation was hard, because I'm like, oh man, I'm going to talk about all this shit that pissed me off, and then I'm like, you know me, like, I've made it clear. Yes, I take what I take to help me sleep. Like, if I can get rid of all the other stuff and keep the sleep bit, that's it. That's what I use it for. So, just having like straight up cold, like just straight up just dead tired sleep on command really does make like a lot of that shit just go away.
Yeah.
So it was just like a faffy week. There's like a bunch of stuff switched up at work, but on the plus side, it's stuff that I actually want happening at work. So I'm like, okay, I can't be mad. So,
Fair enough. Yeah.
so that was kind of like my week without going into detail that I don't want like spread on the internet just yet. But
True, true.
like I said, it's been good. Just a day or two. In fact, we'll go over that with the review portion of our show when we get to it. Don't you
Okay.
worry. But how how has your week been?
Well, this past week or the past week?
Let's go both weeks. 2 weeks for one, since you weren't here last time.
Right. So those who don't know, hey, I have a life, but but for real, yeah, this actually has been like have been a pretty, it's a pretty weird week because like, well, it's kind of it's kind of because kind of in the phase of my life right now, where I'm trying to find this sort of like normalcy because I see myself as a bit of a workaholic, but also, well, I'm in this space to where I'm kind of trying to balance like work life and then work life and then leisure time. But I think one thing to help with that is that I started working out and put to pretty much just like try to maintain like some type of figure and to like at least like keep myself healthy in a way. So that's pretty much what I've been like doing most of the time. And when I think one thing that that's also been like something to like keep out for the or that's coming up is that I reached my boss at that, but my boss that has been at my job like for all the time that I've been pretty much like working there for about, which would be a year now. He's leaving, unfortunately, and next week will be his last week at the workplace, which is kind of sad.
No, that oh god, that always does actually fucking suck when you're pretty much losing like good managers and stuff like that. For whatever reason, it almost it almost doesn't matter why they leave. Just them being gone always changes something, especially if they're like a key, like a cornerstone manager.
Yeah, I mean when they went in and they were like really good job, so that it won't necessarily be the same upon when he leaves. So I think about right now, I think like most of the coworkers is putting together like a card of like good luck and hope for him actually. And the other one thing that makes it upsetting is that most of the stuff that we've been like, asking to get fixed in the office, I think like the month before he ended up leaving, like most of them ended up getting fixed. And I'm just like, we waited like a year for this stuff to get updated, and choose now um to just jump on that. That seems pretty kind of sus. But that's pretty much like pretty much like what's been what most of my time has been without getting too much more detail. So yeah.
No, that's totally fair. Like, not gonna lie, if if I honestly didn't have like my current methods of dealing with my problems, probably I probably wouldn't be in like the place I am now, but I think I've gotten a good balance. I still need it better. I'm kind of like in the same way you are. I actually started exercising actually a while ago, but I actually got injured. Well, not injured, but I hurt myself, so I had to wait for that to
Oof.
heal. Yeah, don't you just hate when that happens? When you're like, yes, progress, and then, my hip.
Help! I've fallen. I can't get up.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, so I need to get I need to get back into like the old routine, where I was before, not where I am now, where it's like, oh, I'm occasionally doing it to feel better. Um, but yeah, that's pretty good. How's your day been?
But it's been but today's been weird. Like, well, I well, I for for a rare occasion, like I actually did end up like taking a nap. And the people that usually know me, I don't usually take naps. I usually am up like for most of the day, and usually up well always up sometimes during times like this. Well, for context, like for whatever time, I think it's like after 10 for you, Bane.
Yeah, it's like 11 now, actually.
Yeah, so for me right now, it's like 2 a.m.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
need to
that's
hit
like,
these. We definitely need to hit these a bit earlier next time. I am so sorry.
yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
I
for
mean, that's
now.
why I usually
Mhm.
go. So sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say like this was just mostly because what was convenient for like at least the two of us, at least for me for now.
Yeah,
Because weirdly enough, because Blaze still, because Blaze, one of our other co-hosts, um, slash guest, is helping me with the Cyberpunk mod pack. Well, he's giving me advice on it. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, um, but yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. Actually, Jesus, this other stuff I'm taking is pretty good. Not as good as my Slurricane, but it definitely does the job for later.
it does.
Yeah, sorry, no, my day's been hectic. I had to basically get a digital card to like a new card. Um, Taxes are being faffy, but I really don't want to use TurboTax this year. I'm not paying for my taxes when that's just pretty much a scam.
Right.
I've also been listening to Fong. How do you spell this? Hold on. Like a P H. It's just looking at here. It's like PHONK. Just
Bonk.
sound, yeah, just sounds like normal. Just sounds like this is why I hate why there's like so many subcategories within techno. It just sounds like very advanced techno to me sometimes. Like this is a little different. I like it a little bit more, but it just kind of sounds like in that same vein to me. Not to diss it, like some of it's really like the ones I was listening to really fucking slapped.
Mm.
But yeah, so I guess that was basically the warm up today. I don't have like any games or any like extended conversations for today. This week has kind of just like eaten to all of that. Like I had to rewrite the script at least once, and that was because I, for some reason, don't know. Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought I saved it. I even double checked it. I closed it, clicked on the thing that I thought was the save. It opened and had the
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Straight up, turn around, close it again, turn around, open it up again later, and realize where's the stuff that I written earlier? All
It,
gone. It's straight up.
oh no.
It's because I originally thought I saved over my template because a lot of these, especially like the warm up conversation, all that's just I might change a single line in that eventually for something. But the rest of the time, really the only ones that need to be filled out is like, hold on, we will make this quicker. So, like,
Okay.
starting introductions and warm up. almost all of those are about like the same every single time. Warm up, I have to rewrite occasionally simply because that is always different. But startup, introductions, and I believe wrap up and wind down, they always stay the same. These three are the only ones that change, and half the time it's like one or two lines each. So it's not super crazy when I'm changing when I do change these. But yeah, and yeah, I didn't have a question. I was working on the warm up. I did finish the HighCast review, and then I thought I saved over the template, and then I found out I didn't, which was relieved. Oh yes, I don't have to rewrite my template until I realized, damn it, I lost the script of what I already had finished. So that was fun. I don't know. Something else I had. But yeah, that's pretty much like my day so far. Nothing else really to add. Like I said, was working on taxes and stuff all day, so nothing really fun and exciting. And most of the stuff I was working on was like small notes and stuff. Some of it ironically related to the question, so the question bit might end up being longer than everything else combined, hilariously enough. Hence why no background game either today for amusement. We will get the music fixed eventually, I promise. Just sound acts weird. Sounds weird. K-Bard? Oh god, please tell me I did not just crash. Oh, where's my... Okay, thank goodness. It's still working. God, I wonder if Bard has fallen asleep.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus, God, that
oh,
hurt my ears. Oh, Christ. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you were quiet there for a bit, buddy.
hello.
I can hear you now.
I I don't know what happened, but let's just roll with it.
Well, did everyone else at least heard what I was saying? Did you hear what I was saying?
Uh, I heard what you were saying, but for a moment, I don't think you heard me.
Oh, jeez. No, yeah, I know. I didn't hear you for quite a bit. I was startled from like,
Oh
oh my
damn.
god, did we lose? Did we have another like technical issue stream going on where things are just going down randomly?
Yeah, dude, but honestly, like I would have just said if I was like I was like falling by to sleep, but no,
That really didn't
no,
stop.
we good.
That really didn't stop Blade in the old streams. Like I still need to post those on the Pyzone channel. Actually,
Right.
I just haven't had the time. Been jumping
So
between day job and everything.
fair enough. Yeah, I'm also been just but at least you don't have to go through like posting VODs with two team for yourself and in the stream team.
Hmm.
But I think that's another thing I've been doing. Yeah, because I think well, because then I had to because well, mostly not only that I had to work with like descriptions and like making sure that the body gets out and whatnot, but if you had to work with the had to work with like trying to post like thumbnails, like one easy well actually one easy one for those out there that pretty much want to get into content creation and like are worrying about like like what if I'm not able like to make it like a cool, stellar, like a high quality thumbnail for my vids. Canva.com. That's Canva.com. Well, it's not a promotion, but Canva has literally saved my life and like unless you want to pay for subscription for like do like additional we do to get like additional like images or whatnot like you can just being able to go in there anytime anywhere and basically it's a free online software to where you can store your templates online so you don't have to store it on your computer and if you end up like you have it like a series that you're going through you can just make like make a simple template for the series, and just put random at least like the numbered or with a number of next to um that will do next to the bottom, unless you want to want to make something specific. But it's a little bard tip of the day slash night. Every time, so
Right, right.
yeah.
Also, apparently, we were supposed to be adding those into random positive shit or group updates. I gotta fix that now.
Well,
For Mystery Den, totally messed that up.
okay.
So, fixing it now.
No, you're good. You're good.
Alright, that's been fixed. Alright, I guess without further ado, and since I feel like it is getting close to what would be considered a halfway point for us, time for the part we get out of the way quickly because it is just here because, HighCast, high review. Today's particular extracts, well, it's again from WTF Extracts, World THC Factory. Melon Haze, Distillate, Stevia. Very smooth, sweet, clear. This stuff was actually pretty good. Like I said, it was pretty much like laser focus, almost on command. Clear, floaty. I was actually very bouncy throughout the day when I've taken this stuff. And I'm not going to lie, this did get me through a bad day or two. So, overall good, and yeah, highly recommend. If you ever do want a stevia and want something just, nice, sweet, and smooth, melon haze, WTF extracts, pretty good stuff, honestly. Cannot complain. Cannot complain. I assume you have nothing to add to that, Bard. That's pretty much the.
No.
All right, that's pretty much the whole review. Like I said, check them out. Oh yeah, don't do drugs, kids. We do not promote drug use. These are just purely personal reviews of my own personalness.
Yeah, stay on the ground. This is stay on the ground. Eat your grass and say hi to Uncle Tom. So Tom, with a, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going with that either, Bard. Like that was a bit odd. One second.
I'm an odd one indeed. Yes.
But all right, so guess it's that time. Oh, did I mess up the thing again? I did, didn't I? Yep. On studio again. There we go. Let that sit there a bit because I forgot to transition again. Every
Good,
time
good.
with I know, every time with me. Every time on this show. Alright, so
The more you're aware, the more you get better.
yeah, but then again that little touch of oh god, I'm too high for this goes
Yeah.
away. Alright, so the question bit, which I want to say was last minute, but given why I asked the question, what I'm going to be probably telling later probably answers itself. So the question bit tonight is questions are hard during this. No kidding. Weird dreams? Do you remember any? What's your weirdest dream, or what's a dream you like? Like maybe not your dream, but something like, man, I wish that happened to me in dreams.
Well, a 150-foot red dog.
I just, I just need to double check what I'm taking right now because I'm like, feel like
do
that
you
makes me
need?
go like, no. It's not that I so much need clarification. It's just you just straight up said that you motherfucking just punched Clifford in the face.
That basically was the dream.
Just do I even need context?
Do you want the context?
Only if it helps.
I mean, it
Don't
should
make
help.
it.
It should help. I
Okay.
can tell the dream.
Feel free, because I honestly won't be able to explain a fraction of mine, so we might as well have someone explain theirs.
Cool. So pretty much it started out pretty much like you know the hmm. It's so pretty much started out as a normal like Clifford the Baby with Bad Dog episode. Emily comes out. It says, "Hi Clifford, here's your food. Here's your food." And Dog's like, "Ruff ruff," and then all of a sudden Clifford steps on something, and then gets stick stuck in his foot, and then he gets a whole personality change, and he goes rabid. So he starts destroying his house, and then the dad walks out. They ask like, "Clifford, what's going on? Why are you so bad?" And then he chomps off the dad, and then Emily starts running around, running away, and then so pretty much like Clifford is like inconsolable at this point. So it's like I'm making a mess around town. So like pretty much like T-Bone and Cleo are trying to talk to Clifford and see what's going on. But then because the pain was overriding like Clifford's functions, well, let us say that T-Bone is T done and Cleo has been is up in the clouds now. So now this dog is pretty much just like eating what he wants, being what he wants, smashing what he wants, and doesn't seem anyone can stop him. So pretty much, here's why I come in. Uh, Random helicopter has been sent out few days later. We have myself and my squad. Context of squad doesn't matter because I don't know any of their names and they don't have any speaking lines. So that means the experience is not as important as the main character, me. So pretty much, I put a job down there, a job down on there, and then I got this, and I was given this pill to where it's pretty much like it's an experiment with him to where it helps to like change like, human sizes. So I swallow it, I change it, come to 50 foot, and then it pretty much turns into a whole brawl session to where I'm trying to rein in Clifford the big red dog. Pretty much like my commander is trying to tell me to hurry up and do this thing, But I'm telling him, yo, like I'd never done anything like this before. Raining down, when trying to calm down this massive dog. This 50 foot little massive dog.
Like, sir, I
I
am
know.
not trained nor qualified for this. Do I look like a vet to you? Like,
uh,
straight up, some people need to just, like, step off.
for real. Yeah. So same way like same but like he gets it hidden, I get it hidden, and then all of a sudden like all of a sudden like it comes to where like the FBI is getting involved. It's like, hey, if it gets off the island, it's gonna be trouble. Let's fire a missile randomly out of Avengers. So pretty much they send this like missile
It,
to go after us
it
because
almost sounds like you're
that.
describing, like, Iron Giant, but with Clifford instead.
You
Like,
know,
like it turned into Iron Giant near the part where I assume we're getting to where you punch Clifford in the face again. But just
yeah. So,
just
contrary to popular belief, I never seen Iron Giant.
really,
Yeah, really.
just all these hot takes and just controversies. Like, I'm sorry, folks, that we've all one of you, we've become all controversial here.
I had a weird childhood.
No,
It's like,
that's fair. I like Christ. I thought my dream would just be super weird, but that's like not. It's weird. It's definitely weird for what I was planning, because I was just more like thinking like, I wonder what kind of weird dreams Bard has. I wonder if they're weirder than mine. And I'm like,
uh,
oh, that's you basically just described a mixture of a Clifford episode, CIS, and like the fucking like tail end of like the Iron Giant, where they're just firing mist. Like, okay, if you know anything about the government, finding out that there's a part in the movie where the government fires missiles at anything just because should not surprise you. That should not
yeah,
even be a hot take. That should be in
that,
almost every. That's almost in every scene of every movie.
yeah, that's a cliche because like that's why everybody solves some problems. You still miss out it, and then you don't have to think about it anymore.
Like, don't they pretty much do that in like every Hulk movie at this point?
I guess. Well,
I would.
all.
I almost want to.
2 Hulk movies?
There's more than two. That's why I'm almost pretty sure that at least in most of them, I wouldn't be surprised if like one or two, like one of them that doesn't have this scene. But in most of them, there seems to, at least to me, there always seems to be a scene, at least in the trailers, where they're just firing missiles at the Hulk, and it's like,
Right.
why? We already know what happens when you fire missiles at the Hulk. That is literally like what number three of images of the Hulk is missiles being fired at him and not
Yeah.
working. So, so the
I
part where
am.
you just punch him in the nose, I assume, like I assume that's a little bit after this part.
Yeah, yeah. It was then. There was yeah. It was then. Yeah. So put it. Yeah. So put yeah. We close with that. So then Clifford ends up like ends up like so it pretty much like I see a civilian. So while we're fighting, I see a civilian, and it turns out it's Emily Elizabeth because somehow she ended up surviving, and then and then she knows, and then while we're fighting, like she knows something on the bottom, something on the bottom of Clifford's foot. Um, it was pretty much pretty much like a thorn that was sucking in there. She tried to call to me, and but pretty much like as I was trying to listen to what she was saying, Clifford clocked me on the side of the face. I tumbled down, and then he tried to stop on me. I take massive damage, but as a chat I am in quote with quotation marks,
Can't wait for them
I
to animate this now.
I pretty much I use the power of self, and then punched him dead in the face, and he fell onto a library where I saw him for a bit, and then I listened to what Emily was saying, but then at the same time, the captain was like, man, how much longer you have with this fight? And I'm like, oh, I have him on the ropes. Dude's like, you got 5 minutes. They fired a missile, and pretty much like pretty much I was able to
Well,
pretty much I was able to like bring Clifford down, and while Emily tried to send the Clifford trying to calm him in a way, 'cause you know how kid shows go. And then I pull out the sword, and then somehow everything goes all right, and then everybody cheers, yay, yay! But then suddenly the missile ends up reaching toward the island. It was about to make impact, and that's when I woke up.
son of a bitch, every time.
For real.
Dude, that fucking happened. Oh god, that's like the one thing why I don't like half my dreams is like, oh Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna say. So my weird dreams what happened just recently, where I had my knees blown out, only my knees, and my dickhead of a supervisor slash boss, and I mean like my boss's 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 boss type of boss, decided
Mm.
it'd be hilarious because they were able to recover the organic lower halves to make to give me metal knees and have detachable legs.
Yeah.
Ah, and it's just. Well, I even remember his explanation. It was like, well, at least now you don't have to worry about losing your actual organic legs, and you don't have to worry about ruining your nice boots that you sometimes talk about. Swear to God, I wanted to choke him out. I don't care if he can destroy entire planets by waving his hand in a flowery fashion or whatever. Whatever. I wanted to choke him so hard. I think I actually told that to his face. So, but yeah, and that's just part of like a set of reoccurring dreams I've been having for 10 years now. It really has been fucking 10 years since I've been having those dreams. Oh god. Oh god, it honestly is just something else because I was basically fighting space orcs and okay. How much do you know about 40k? This would be easier if somebody knew more about 40k than I did. Also, Bart, I think your sound's acting weird again because I can't hear you twice. That's just happened twice on the show. I need to see. Is it something on my end? No, everything looks good. Yeah, still can't hear you. Yep, typing. He's typing. Can't see the Discord, but he's a typing. Ah, huh. Weird. Apparently, Bard's having reconnection issues, so we'll just give him a minute. Love unexpected issues, everyone. All, all one, two. Sorry. Do what I say. Two of you. All two of you, by the way. Welcome. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Yeah, this normally. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing these. I honestly am having fun still. Just ouch. Uh, well, it isn't a high cast without technical issues. But yes.
Hello?
There we go. Jesus.
Cool. Yeah, so let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So you know how like you can you're on for Discord you get like 2, 1, 2, 3 bars?
Yeah.
I have none. That is concerning.
Yeah, you can't see this, but he has like 0 bars. Like 0 bars right now. That's just
None
crazy.
at all.
That's just wow. Just of all the things. But but yeah, no seriousness, how much do you know about 40K?
None at all, unfortunately.
Okay, so my job in this universe, which is the 40K universe, is working for a guy who's called. Do you know about like Inquisition, Inquisitors? What that all about?
Go on.
Okay, so you know about them. Okay, they're basically the same in 40K. They're basically the same. Okay, I want to say there's differences, but I imagine if the Spanish Inquisition and all the other Inquisitions had the resources of the 40K people, yeah. So, anyways, so I work for one of those assholes. He deals with aliens, although mostly we're just sent on basically paying off his bets or spotting for someone more important. Um,
Hmm.
literally, literally half my dreams is literally just following my actual immediate boss, the Commissar, to missions where we're planting beacons or dropping off messages or just inspecting shit. It is actually a lot of expecting shit, to be honest, but you know, it's it's not flattering work, but you know, the alternatives are better. But it's still not fun fighting, you know, space orcs with guns that punch holes the size of my freaking head. So
Mm.
I've been having a dream of doing this kind of work for 10 years now. Um, oh geez, it's just it's it's a different kind of stress when you're basically living in a slice of life, but but and there's an action bit. It's like slice of life with action bits, but the action bits are the action bits from a grim, dark horror action anime with all that entails. And that's my job in these dreams, and it is stressful. Like I said, my knees got blown off by. Okay, they're called poppers, and they're basically just orc bullets that just blow up. But you know, they're orcs, so it's orc tech.
Yeah.
So it has all that fun things. Um, God, what's funny too is so every time I tell someone, every so often someone's like, "So just your knees," and I'm like, "Funny you mention that." The dream literally starts with me waking up and going, "This is not right for completely different reasons." And I'm like, stuff my because the last thing I remember in the last stream was seeing my legs blown off. So waking up
Yeah.
with organic legs, even in a dream, when you have a dream with like reoccurring bits, questions still are asked. So I'm like, organic, organic, there it is, and I'm like, why do I have metal knees? And that's when I told you the Inquisitor's explanation on why he thought, that's a good idea. Christ, what were the other ones? Oh, the reason I can't sleep with normal music is because the one time I tried that and the dream happened. So I forget what the mission was exactly. I don't remember the enemies. I just remember the part where the music was playing out of what appeared to be an old, just weird gothic space car. And to put in perspective, this is a city on a planet that's been abandoned for basically a decade. Okay.
Ah.
And in this part, no one should be in here. Now I know 40K or space magic battery bullshit, but it's still pretty creepy when you're supposed to be in a supposedly abandoned city and there's just random music playing out of a car. Not out of like a radio, just music. Shit you not. I had to stare like fuck, one of the other guardsmen wanted to turn it off and I had to stare him down going like just thinking like because we were quiet, but I was like yelling in my mind like, do you really want to fucking do that? Fuck. Most of the time, just following the prison around because I'm basically her bodyguard.
Mm.
Well, they tried integrating me into the rest of the unit, but well, let's just say 4 dead bodies say that's not going to be an easy process.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, by my hand, by the way. I have no qualms with it. They were fucking assholes. They were not going to last long one way or the other. I did thought it was funny that the last guy that didn't end up going through. Okay, you know what a cleaning cycle is for an oven, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently there's a brand of airlock or a type of airlock in the 40K universe that basically has like a combination oven slash dishwasher cleaning phase. And there's no safety features for organic still being in the chamber when it does that.
Hmm.
But the guy that survived was the guy that actually explained how to do it. For some odd reason, they knifed him. I don't know why they did it, actually, but I did finish the job because, he told them how to do it. Oh, the look on his face was funny, too, because he had his hand out like I was going to help him, and I just basically just booted the knife deeper and twist.
No.
Don't feel sorry for him. He fucking told them about it. I didn't even know. I could like. Let me put it this way. I would have never thought to put a cleaning feature on an airlock in my fucking life. But the fact that this happened in a dream, and the 40K universe no less, made me go, I'm just not surprised there wasn't like a safety feature on that. That was the thing I wasn't surprised by, but the whole thing was just like, that doesn't seem like something you would just casually come up with. That does seem like dream logic.
Yeah.
Oh god, I could probably go on hours for like all of them, but that's like, I don't know. Have you had recurring dreams like that? Like, I just feel like it's weird. I've had one that's basically 10 years long in its own little story.
No, no. Like most of my dreams are pretty much has pretty much like, been like a one and done. I don't think I ever had like dreams that connect with each other.
Are you sure? Because it actually took me a while to figure out that the 40K one was even reoccurring. It only like, do you know how? Oh god, this is so dumb. Do you know how I figured out it was reoccurring?
How so?
Okay, there are two psychics in the crew right now that I am aware of. Although I get the feeling there's like another one, but anyways. And one of them is
Go on.
just stupidly powerful. Like, she could literally just take you apart, um, follicle by follicle, cell by cell. Like, she's a biomancer, so she can straight up just biologically just wreck you. in every sense of the word, and every variation of the term wreck you can think of.
Ah.
So both good and bad. Mostly bad in combat, obviously, because well, nothing says fuck you than just straight up river. Fuck. What did I call it? Or what did he call it? By the way, this isn't me. I should clarify. This is just some other dude I am apparently piggybacking off of. Like, I have to make that clear that this wasn't like me in the dream. This was just straight up like a random dude. And I do mean random. Like, first stream is literally me just walking in I want to say like maintenance tunnel, but I also want to say sewer, but I can't tell because I want to say I don't notice the smell, but that whole visual thing, like it looks like it's something that's supposed to smell.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things, and it's just been like that ever since. God, I probably remember most of the stuff I've done too. It's all fucking crazy. Like, oh god, like, okay, so I think I have a nickname amongst the space orcs because I basically killed like 3 of their bosses by just cutting the top of their heads off with what's essentially a power space utility axe with a chainsaw on the end. Like the opposite end of what would be like the blade head thing. And shit you not, when I was done, everyone had stopped. The orcs just looked at me and just fucked off. Because I don't know, killing 3 of your bosses by just one after another was cleanly kind of it. I wish it was cleanly, but it was more like just rabid axe chops to the top of the head. The Psyker claims they call me the Bowl Maker, but I call bullshit. I call bullshit on
Mm.
Bowl Maker. Well, that's such a stupid name. Just because they cut their tops off and they look like bowls, the Bowl Maker. Everyone else gets fucking cool nicknames. One guy was called Bale Eye. Roderick, for if you're fans, Roderick is his name. He was called Bale Eye, and he was pretty much what orcs thought humans should be when fighting them.
Mm.
Oh man, it really is as funny and goofy as you probably think it is, and it's just amazing that they keep trying to make this grim dark all this time. Like, this is only grim dark because you keep saying it is, but when literally one of the races' weapons work because they believe hard enough, and the other one will literally destroy entire stars to save a single child that might hopefully potentially give them the odds they need in a battle sometime in the distant future that no one really fucking cares about. Everyone else is just giant ED bugs, space communist fish, and hyper evolving dinosaurs. Yeah, no, those were the bugs. There's another one. Oh yeah, robots, but like space Egyptian robots. Uh, Tyranids, Tau, Tyranids again, and Necrons for anyone keeping track. Oh, Eldari were the first one. They're space elves, to clarify for Bard.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the dickish variety too. So as stereotypical as you want to make them. But oh yeah, I probably laid a few of the people on the ship too. Not the commissar. She's straight up not into that. I wouldn't want to anyways. She'd probably snap my neck actually.
Mm.
No, you laugh, but honestly, she is the kind of person that I imagine if you actually, no, I know for a fact she's the kind of person that if you push her real far, she'll just pretty much just destroy you. I've actually seen it a few times. It was funny like half the time. A little less than half the time. It was actually fucking scary, but I thought it was funny. Vex thought it was funny. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, it's like, I don't know. Okay, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, some people just don't seem to understand when they have a win and don't seem to know when to run with it and be like, yes, I am victorious. No, I have literally seen idiots literally, like, just dance around an issue, like, piss her off. Really, really piss her off. Think they were going to get away with it, and okay, I'm not going to give you like a big one because I'm not too sure how much I was actually involved. But there was one time I literally saw her just straight up deck someone so hard that they literally like comically flew across the room. And I don't know how she did this, but when they landed in such a way that they broke both their arm and their legs on the landing side, which I want to say was their left side, but you know how the dream thing, it could have been their right.
Yeah.
Although I am right-handed in the dream, so I don't, like I said, I don't know. Dreams are weird. But yeah, that was. I'll probably talk more about it later because it's worse because it's also from like someone else's like I don't want to call it fan fiction. I like some of the stories I've read are other people's fan fiction of his work, but it is just like a 40k artist, and I really dig his stuff. But it just feels so weird having random dreams and oh god, you know what was the weirdest thing that started happening?
Go on.
Okay, so there were things that were happening in the dream that later the creator started confirming, and I'm like, oh god, please don't
Oh.
tell me him. Dude, that was the only reason I thought it was like something else for like the hottest of seconds, because it's like, so it was fine before, but now it's gotten weird. I really shouldn't be knowing things before other people have. I kind of hope that most of these were stuff that he like just had in the back of his mind for like years. But there's stuff that he revealed about his characters that I knew of because they were shit they do in the dreams or the dream versions that I have of them do in the dreams, and I'm like, okay, okay, whatever. But yeah, I really can't say more unless you know more about 40k. Although, ironically, I'm kind of vicariously getting blazed into 40k because oh fuck it, there's at least 5 games we play that are doing basically 40k references. Like, okay, if you're a 40k player but you don't play too many games or whatever, and you watch this, just look up any of the Deep Rock Galactic DLCs and you'll know what I'm fucking talking about. You'll know. This is for you guys. Like you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's I guess that's all I got to say right now, honestly. Like, I kind of want to talk more about it, but at the same time, I don't want to be going over like 6 hours of lore just to get to like the juicy bits. So just oh wait, no, there is one juicy bit I forgot. So okay, I'm not gonna give much context of why I have a girlfriend, but just she's my girlfriend for all intents and purposes. Someone made the joke
Aw.
like, yeah, someone made the joke like, "Aw, with metal knees, he won't be able to be in his favorite, and he won't be in her favorite position." And she made the remark, "There are other ways of doing that, you
Ayo.
know." Swear to God, um, yeah, just she's the major. She just straight up busted out laughing and almost fell to the floor. No one like only the comments I was keeping a straight face, and I can tell behind the eyes that she just really, really just wanted to laugh but didn't want to. And I mean like in a stubborn way. You really had to you would have to know her to know she was trying not to laugh at that moment. But it was fucking hilarious. I'm like, damn. Also a little bit like, am I just a piece of meat to you, woman? But it was honestly fun and good nature. But yeah, I just thought that was like the
uh,
funniest shit ever.
bored and prime, ready for ripping.
Oh god. So I think someone made a similar joke like, do you have special legs for that too now? And I'm like, I didn't need them before. The all naturals seem to work fine. The legs.
Now, hold on, wait. So if humans were able wait, if humans are able to rip off their legs, so he never rip off their limbs
Let
and
me
then
say
eat off it, would that be cannibalism?
yes, but one of the most major exports out of most worlds is a product called corpse starch, And yes, it is what you exactly think it is, or at least made of.
But does it taste like chicken?
No, weirdly enough, not pork either. But to be fair, the animal they compare it to is basically space pig. But okay, I can explain this one. So they have these animals called rorts, and they're basically just space pigs, but they're also not herd animals that don't eat very well, so they have to be lobotomized or need like actual robots to oversee their behaviors, or they'll
Yeah.
just straight up murder everything in a pen that they're in, or electroshock brain implants. Like it's weird why they domesticated this one. I'm pretty sure there's like another space pig you can be using that wouldn't require so much surgery. But yeah, we taste like pigs or pork basically still. Like that's still the joke. Um and corpse starch is everywhere. Like I think when I got my teeth busted in, um before I started using basically like IV like these IV vials cuz oh god, there's like really like there's just like stories within stories to be honest with you with this like like the fact that I even have my other implants just comes from the fact that someone decided that, radiating the fuck out of me because, something, I still don't know why, was a good response to something I still don't know or understand. Which, yeah, also burnt part of my soul, if I'm remembering correctly. It's, there's a lot of unpleasantness. Anyways, I was eating that straight out of cans for like a while because someone decided that, me eating food was somehow an offense to them. One of the four people I killed, by the way.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a lot of things I do in the dreams that are probably those four assholes' fault. Huh. I should give them more character. Because I also want to write this stuff down and see if I can, like, make a story out of it or something. There's a lot there, too. Uh, but yeah, I guess that's it for now, because otherwise I would just be explaining 40k lore, and let's be honest, as interesting that might be, that might not necessarily be good in this particular format. You know,
I mean, if they had like a section of it on its own, like, probably.
probably we can always do that because I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I at least know enough where I can get basics down. Maybe amateur and unknown explain 40k or new guy or what do you call someone that's out of like that doesn't know anything about a fandom? Outsider? Whatever. Amateur and outsider. But yeah, I guess that's it for the question bit. Unless you have anything to add, anything about dream logic, or questions about my dream, since I could probably answer a lot of them.
Hmm. I think another one thing I probably could add is that it has that like have you ever been in the ever had a dream to where like you were conscious about what's going on to where like let's say that you're walking and so like it's kind of like how if you're walking in a dream and you see yourself walking, but then you can become that person that walking, and then you can be able to control that body and anything else that's inside a dream.
That's called
Um
lucid dreaming, and
there's the name of it.
uh, okay, I'll just tell you the story because this is like the closest I've had to what I would call lucid dreaming, but you'll explain why I'm not 100% sure. So, one day in the 40k universe, okay, I'm just gonna call her Cuddles. That's what she goes by, but that's the super psychic lady, with biomancy powers. So, anyways, um, I'm alone with my thoughts, and Vex has the same problem I do. He, I guess, remembers me in the same fashion I remember him as dreams. So he has literally had conversations about having weird dreams essentially on Earth. No one's quite too sure because Earth doesn't look like how we see Earth. Earth looks completely different. Like there's only one ocean, so saying that I'm in Arizona doesn't mean anything if there isn't a point of reference of an Arizona.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's a planet called Arizona, so that doesn't fucking help at all. Okay, I'm minding my own business, but she interrupts and we're having a conversation basically about like how would I even know or tell the difference? And she basically admits there really isn't. If you are essentially having some kind of dream premonition, any effects in one wouldn't really affect the other, and you're certainly not. And even she admitted, like, you're certainly not having like one being a dominant over the other, which it's a dream, so that could be true. But she really fucks with me and like, well, you if you are dreaming, why don't you just conjure up psychic powers this instant? Like, she literally challenged me on it, and I'm like, fuck you. I just walked off. Okay, well, let me put it this way. These are literally the things that have happened to me up until that point. I appear in a place that I don't know. I
Yeah.
seem to have what I would call peripheral memory, where I'm basically only remembering as much as I need for the moment. So I know what a chair is, but I actually don't have a point of reference besides the reference of what a chair is. Like, I don't have a first memory of sitting in a chair. I'm just aware of all the mechanics of what a chair is. I basically have Wikipedia knowledge on demand when I need to know about something that I'm doing or touching, which is very disorienting at first, or still is when like there's information I really shouldn't be knowing, but I just happen to know.
Yeah.
I am fun at trivia nights, by the way. I always get invited to trivia nights. Or Vex does, which his name. Another time on that, but yeah. So we're basically having that whole conversation, and she pretty much challenges me, even going so far as doing the whole, blowing your brains out, wake yourself, blah blah blah. And like I said, I just walk away, and it's really infuriating when you have a psychic character that you know can read your mind, because that makes that whole point of, was I just lucid dreaming right there, or was that me going off the script? Like, you see my problem with that?
Yeah.
Like, it really gets to the point where I'm like, I don't know. I've probably had other lucid dreams. Like, my only other weird ones are my ones where I'm basically working my day job, but they're just odd things. Like, okay, so it is a recurring one, but it's basically the one that plays essentially for my jobs. So basically a facsimile of my jobs, but it'll be this facsimile. And, okay, so apparently I have dreams of a world where marshmallows is money. Like, straight up, like the Lucky Charms, blue moons, shamrocks. They're different shapes, so I'm not going to go over it. They're basically the Lucky Charms, but they're money. And this world's also inhabited by. They look like miniature giraffes, so like person-sized giraffes, but they basically have what looks like a fused moose, like a fused moose antler coming immediately out of their freaking head. Like it opens up to the side like a flower, but it's like moose horns, and then there's like another horn in the center. Me, Bard, and Blake have called them Jurassimuficorns, and they know how to use money. Like, they literally use money for food and stuff mostly. I don't know how they get it. I don't know
Hmm.
why they go into other stores at all. They seem to be smart enough to know these things, but at the same time, they don't need shoes and they don't communicate in other ways. They just grab what they need and just spit out the money that they happen to have, which they don't produce, by the way. They just happen to have the money on hand. And it is, I don't know, it's weirder because they also appear in one where it's just like regular paper money, but the way they always seem to present the money is by hacking it up like a cat. So I want you to imagine like basically a miniature giraffe walking up to you at your place of work, and it just drops food, and then it immediately starts doing a hacking sound like a cat, and you basically have to stand there, basically like, please be money, please be money, please be money, and you have that. No, it honestly it is kind of funny seeing the face of a cashier go, oh no, 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 please go somewhere else, go somewhere else, Jurassic Musicorn. Because I don't know why, but everyone like I have literally never seen a manager try to get these things out of their store. Never. Actually, which one is weirder? Jurassic Musicorn Marshmallow Dream or 40K Dream? Both seem equally, you know. One bar again?
No, no, no. I don't know. On processing. I was taking what you say about the dream.
Well, at least that one's easy. Like, it really is just, normal life, but for some odd reason, marshmallow, like, straight up Lucky Charms marshmallows is money. And there's just, like, a species of hyper intelligent miniature giraffes with, like, oversized, like, and it really just looks like like someone took moose antlers, like stuck them together and just glued it on this creature's horn with like on its forehead with another horn. And they're not colorful or anything. They look kind of just like giraffes. Like they're not pastels or anything. They don't produce the marshmallow money. But then again, I get more tail in 40K, so I don't know. Normal job, but everything normal life, but everything's just slightly more fanciful, or basically a space adventure with all that entails fighting space wars, but you get laid more often. That's the new question of the
Mm,
night.
do I want disappointment or opportunity? Huh. I wonder.
Well, technically there is opportunity in both, but it's like what would I rather like what would I rather have? Like a slightly more fun, mystical, like everyday but still normal life, or like all the risks that entails tales with like fighting space monsters, but at least you might get more petty sex or victory sex or drunken sex with your with your other superior officer. Now that didn't actually happen, but I did make out with the major once.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, this still needs to be at least age appropriate, but she is great. Great rack. Lots of fun.
Great stacks. Take great rack. Take stacks. Take shower.
We didn't have shower sex, but we did shower together.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm being a dick.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, sorry. I guess it is time. Like I said, we can always talk about those weird dreams later. I guess it is time for wrap up and wind down. Any final thoughts today, sir?
Uh, final thoughts. Final thoughts. Well, you know, do dreams do life and all the strife. August is like I enjoy my life. I did not mean for it to come out that way. It just did. But no, for real. But like, um, like I was just wondering which one life throughout. Throughout my time, I'm trying to get in between like the when trying to get equilibrium with my life. Like one thing I really would like is to have like dreams like trending dreams like this more because it feels those are the ones that you have or like ones that I personally would like to have. But sadly there are also times when like um some of the dreams end up disappearing. But I think one thing that I would say is that appreciate what you got while you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I really don't have anything to add to the questions. It basically just me going back around on like I really don't remember much of my other dreams, so it's really just few reoccurring ones and like the occasional odd ones that just end up in the background noise. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there were some dreams I thought were one, but were in fact the other, simply because things just end up running together. Um, yeah, this is a much more mellow high cast. Um, Still long, but I think I think this format's working for what we're using it for, basically, which is basically just more like mellow talking, occasionally showing off, or oh yeah, any projects coming up? Anything you want to announce as on our wrap up and wind down?
Well, not any one of my projects, but I am trying to get commissions on Fiverr at the moment because I do have my Fiverr account up and running at the moment. So most of it is just pretty much and most of it is pretty much just basically like video editing, like shorts and the shorts and long term stuff. Hopefully, hopefully, but if you're interested in like, I guess I can drop the profile there.
If
If
you
it,
if you want, actually, since I'll post this later on YouTube, I'll post it there as well. In fact, I got to update the YouTube cards to include the links for um, Decker, which oh yeah, I haven't announced. One of the Patreon rewards we'll be adding is that you will be getting copies of basically the scripts, like these cards that we use for this Decker app that I use off itch.io. I'll make sure to put a link for that. Oh, and yes, Bart would also post his link in the chat for the stream, but it'll also be in the YouTube in the description if I set it up
yeah,
correctly.
I'll just send you the link tree for that, and I'll just leave the Fire link in chat.
But I was gonna add something, but honestly, I actually liked tonight. Today was actually pretty good too. Just so annoyed that I don't know where I put my actual card.
Hmm.
Um, but since I have the card manager set up and they're gonna send me a new card, I'll get that set up. And in case something does happen, I can actually more properly close it and make sure that I know that no one else is using it and that I am in fact the only one that is in fact using it, etc. etc.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, actually, I might as well test this before we do our final send off to make sure all the sounds have been checked properly. So, give me a sec. Would you know what? Lay down a beat maybe. Properly close it. Make sure that I know that no one else is using it, and that I am in fact the only one that's using it, etc. etc.
Yeah.
Oh, might as well test this before we do our final send off to make sure
Uh,
all the sounds have been checked
would that do?
properly. So, give me a sec. Would you know what? We'll find out in a sec. But one sec.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, sweet. So yeah, we have it all working. Sweet. So the see you later one can now work with us still talking. So yay, all is well. All is fixed. So now all of our stream obs will be set better in the future. Woot.
Congrats.
No, because I didn't know any other testing it than actually doing a stream, and I kind of want to make sure that all the cards that were well made and hard earned are shown as much as we can. Like obviously
Absolutely.
the right be right back will be shown when that's used, but the rest should be viewed with their loveliness. But anyways, like I said, back on topic. Yeah. So yeah, this is Wandering Fox, host of HighCast, with our special guest star, your calling card, sir.
Yeah.
or your sign off, however we're gonna call this in the future.
Yeah. Well, how now? What is a good sign up? Well, I always say, be safe, be well, be breezy, and see y'all next time on the HighCast.
I gotta write that down for next time. Write that down for me, please, Bart, because oh man, it is actually also late for me, as I imagine it is later for you. I keep forgetting you're like 2 hours ahead of me, basically. But yes, stay breezy, and hope to see you all in the next HighCast. You guys have a wonderful one, and stay safe. Sleep well out there.